Oh, I gotta cut the music. Oh my gosh, I'm late. All right, I'm getting better at not these long minute to 2 minute dance pop introductions. So kind of throwing this together because it's been quite a day. We do have a couple guests tonight live, and I was going to do this idea where I would just invite people on because I can just send you a link. And for those of you who are really bold enough, if you'd like to come on and talk about anything you'd like to talk about, or ask a question, or just share anything pertinent, that would be pretty cool tonight. Tonight, though, I did title this about what are you holding on to in your retirement? And it's apropos with the video I just put out yesterday. It's a day old. It's doing kind of good. Not great yet, but it's a good start. It's the second best performing video of my last 10, which is always a good thing. They say you always want to shoot for top 4. The impression link, which is when YouTube would drop it, is starting to drop. It was at 11. It's now down to about 7. But it's approaching. It had 1,000 views this morning. It's now got 1,700. So it's still going, and that's what you look for. And of course, that one was about how I'm selling almost everything online. And I started, for the decluttering journey that I've been on. And I started that today. I have invited the very first buyer. Some of you know her, actually. So it's kind of a setup. But it was just it's just the kind of support we have in our community and in the community, even in the world that we have, especially with, in the world, young and old. And I'm going to have her come on and talk about her experience. I'd like to, why. I think I knew why, but she also added a purchase. I did warn you. I think some of you may have been there for the support, which is great. I had people this is pretty much a unplanned whatnot auction. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the successes and the failures today. My brother joined me, as we are known there as the Vintage Bros. and we're kind of good. He may come on here in about 45 minutes or so and introduce you so you can kind of see. He's a funny guy. The whole family's kind of funny. And one of you, I don't know. Let me check the comments. I think maybe this person will be here tonight. I don't know, which would be really cool. Because I think they came to support the auction. Because as I mentioned, it would be nice if some people were in there. So when people are looking at the auctions going live, they don't want to come into a room that's empty or with 1 or 2 people, typically because, they don't want to stand out. So there was a good enough number there throughout the hour or 57 minutes that we were on. And it was great. It went off better than I could have imagined. I've been spending night and day trying to sweating a little bit. Night and day, new technology, new platform. But if you know one, you can kind of work with the other. And it was a lot of fun. My brother had fun. And so this person that was, I think, from Facebook, YouTube, or whoever, came on and said, hey, the Vintage Brothers, which is our username, name of the show is Vintage Bro Show. Vintage Brothers is like there's 6 other Vintage Brothers, but she was able to find it because of my really cool AI picture. I'm opposed to that, but everyone's using it over there. So I just decided, what the heck? I'm going to try. I might show you that here. I always want to call this platform why not? It's what not. And I can show this to you guys. This is hilarious. I think I can. Yeah. Okay. So we'll get to that in a second. And so she found it. So we changed. So I told my brother, I said, she was saying, uh, if you could change it. And she was right. Or I think it's a she. I don't know. It could be a he. They're from Ohio. So we changed it from Vintage Brothers. This is Barry's suggestion to Vintage Brothers 13. First thing, what do you think of when you think of 13? You think, it's an unlucky number. But we have 4. There's 4 of us. I'm bro number 1 because I was the firstborn. Then there's Steve. He's number 2. Barry's number 3, who joined me today. And number 4 is Scott. And he threatened us. We sent him a link. I don't think he showed up. But he threatened us that he better not see of any of his stuff on there, because there's stuff here at my parents' house that, pictures and things like that. And I will tell you this. This is the sense of humor I have. There's a really bad, dorky, geeky picture of him in high school. Fake mustache. It's ugly. And I thought about starting the auction off. I was hoping he'd be there. We're going to do this in the future. We're going to invite him. Say, you got to be there because you're going to love the first 5 minutes of the auction. And it's a picture of him, like I said, high school, really bad. We're going to start it off auctioning off this picture. I'm going to put a ridiculous price on it, like $50. Just a picture. If it's a frame, all the better. It's $50, maybe $100, because I don't want anyone to buy it. And it's going to be his picture. And because he threatened us about none of his stuff. So anyway, I think it would be humorous. I think who's coming on here soon said it was entertaining. She thought we had a good sense of humor. It was a total lot of fun, and it was totally unplanned. We didn't script out anything. Back to being Vintage Bros 13. I said, why'd you come up with 13? He goes, well, you're number 1. I'm number 3. And Steve was number 2. And it was like, and then it hit me. Oh yeah. You don't want to be number 2 at anything, and we ended the show, and this was again off the cuff. I just said, well, this is Vintage Bro. This is Bro 1. Bear says, I'm Bro 3. And then he says, because nobody wants to be number 2. We're going to go with that now. I think that's going to be kind of our little thing, because I'll say this before we get started here. And I don't see any comments, which is very unusual. Oh, oh, there's this one from StreamYard. Yay. I hope everything's working. If you're out there, you could be a lot of new people. 3 people have dropped off, but just put the state you're from. That would be cool. Just the state. So this thing I'm finally 11 months ago, I started talking about decluttering my life, and it's overwhelming, and I'm emotionally attached to these things for sure, and that's not healthy ultimately. So it's time to declutter. It's time to let go. It's time to let some of these things that are sitting here from my parents and other things I've collected, to let go, let someone else enjoy it, or maybe find a pure purpose or meaning with it. So, hey, multi-shots fired. Tennessee, great to see you. And Dee is here. She's actually the guest from Indiana. Oh, I didn't know you're from Indiana. I know you were visiting, I think, your daughter. So, which was cool. Oh, I'm not, sorry. There we go. There we go. And okay, Johnny's been here before. Bondo, I'm pretty sure you have. I remember the name, from Illinois. Probably that should. Oh yeah, I think in the last live stream you talked about the Chicago Hoosiers versus the Bears. There's Corey. Yes, experience is nothing. That is truly what life is about now, for sure. And guess what? What I did today, I had a garage sale. I took these things I've been holding on to, which is really what we're talking about tonight, and I started to say, let go. Now, on the negative thing, I told you about my coffee mug addiction, okay? And what I knew before going into this today was coffee mugs just don't seem to sell. I can't even sell them for a couple bucks. tomorrow, I'm going to invite everybody. The link will be in the description after the live. Not you, not you. You know, I'm not asking you to come buy anything, but again, if you want a $4 Starbucks mug or a $5, they're going to be available. And I have salt and pepper shakers. Now I'm thinking of I'm attracting the community that out there. There's a lot of resellers out there, and salt and pepper mugs. There's a big collection I have through a past acquaintance, and I pretty much ended up with them. And they're kind of collectible. These are really cheap. I'm going to run them at $1 and $2 a pair, and they're all vintage. Just not something you're going to put on your kitchen table. I can assure you that. But they're fun. $1, $2. Some of these resellers might come in and buy. Because here's the thing. I'm in a position with this garage sale I had today. They're running a promotion, and they are wanting us in the first 7 days to stream up to 2 hours, 120 minutes. We hit 57 minutes today, and sell to 5 different individuals. And if so, they will match. So if you sell $50, $60, they'll match up to 150. But if you sell $100, $50, they'll give you that, and I think credit to use on the site. So that's pretty cool. So I had a garage sale. It's called On Whatnot, and it is the fastest growing platform. It supposedly has the second most downloadable shopping app in the world right now. I know most of you, like me, had never heard of it. I'd heard a little bit about it over the last year or two. I thought, what a joke. I'm not getting on there buying someone's junk. So I decided to get on there and sell mine. Speaking of Starbucks. Oh yeah, I've used this mug here before. Oop, there we go. Starbucks. Good stuff. So we have Indiana. That's right. Hey, Rhonda and I are going to hopefully get together about, she was on our last live and we were talking about this attachment. Rhonda, we're going to be talking about that today, what the things we're holding on to. And by the way, if in this show in the next hour and a half, you want to pop on 10 minutes, 15 minutes, let me know. I'll send you a link. And we can do that after we do this other stuff. Where am I? We've got Tennessee. Jude is here. I know you now. I recognize your name, and of course I recognize the picture. Miami. There you go. Cool, man. You know, Miami would be. Phoenix is a bigger city than Miami, but I think Miami's kind of like the hot spot in North America, if not one of the hot spots in the world now. Everybody wants to go to Miami, and which I'm saying it'd be too wild for me. Too wild. You laughing at me? All right, thanks guys for checking in like that. Anyone else, feel free to share. All right, so it is 5:15 or so. It's time. Give me a thumbs up, D, if you're ready to. You know, everybody gets nervous. I actually went on the guy's show. He had his first live that promoted me. He has like 200-some thousand. My video that he covered, which was the Home Depot one, is his 7th most watched video on his channel. Has hundreds of thousands of views. Mine has 470. His has, I know it's his 7th most popular on it, most viewed. And but that wasn't necessarily a good thing, because out of my 10K subscribers, a number of thousand came over from him sharing and commenting on my video, and they weren't the kind of people that were necessarily interested in watching. They just related to what I was saying, but they weren't, you know, coming back or watching, and that hurts you guys. A lot of you guys out there looking to do a YouTube channel want to know why things aren't growing. Supposedly right now the way it works is YouTube, first thing it does the first few hours is sends out your video to people that subscribe to you because it thinks they're interested in you. But if they don't watch it, they don't push it out any further or as far. So anyway. Okay, now D, this is how this works, D. Get ready. Are you nervous? Nah, okay. Yeah, you know, it's normal. We're just going to do have a conversation. What I want to do is we're going to bring D on. Now, D, she is a subscriber to the channel. She has a very active, supportive role over there on the school community. What's up, Boomer? Where that's still evolving, and we're going to be talking. I'm going to turn that more into those who are working on YouTube channels, who want to be encouraged maybe about developing some income in our retirement years, because everybody talks about their investments and saving and hanging on to them and handling them responsibly so they'll last the rest of their life, even though nobody knows how long that is. And that's what they're worried about. But for the majority of retirees, we don't have the nest egg. We don't have the money that we know we're not going to go long term with our money. So at this point, it's so clear to me we've got to remain extremely. We need to take care of ourselves health wise, because when you lose that, you're kind of in rough shape. And we need to be active. We need to follow passion projects at this point, ultimately, and we need to have some side income coming in, particularly if you have Social Security. And of course, if you don't have Social Security and nothing else, you're going to be working. So why not develop an opportunity to make some money? And guess what? Having a YouTube channel can absolutely do that. And doing, say, a garage sale online, because that's the way I view this experience. This activity I'm doing right now, using the platform Whatnot. I'm having a garage sale. I didn't have any neighbors stop by today, nosing around. I didn't have any friends coming by and whatever. Now, even if I'd had it outside, I wouldn't have had anybody come by, because it was 100-some degrees today, I believe, and the humidity the last 2 days. The monsoon is here. It's way up for Phoenix. It's uncomfortable. But how cool. We did it online today. It's just, I'm going to do a video. I'm going to take clips of what actually happened. And real quick, I got to tell you, so I'm trying to rehearse this. I mean, I had to coordinate my iPad with my phone. My phone was the camera. I never started an auction live. I mean, and Dee, you were there. I mean, it just went out. It's easy. It was fun, and it came off. But when I did my practice the other day, I went to start the show and I went live. And I have a recording of that. Me bumbling around, talking to myself, thinking, okay, I'm supposed to be in rehearsal mode. But when I said to go private, I didn't hit save. So when I hit go live, it went live. So for 5 minutes, I was having a goofy people. It would have been hilarious if someone had come on and said, "Hey, dude, you're live. What are you selling?" And my hair's all whatever, and I'm going like this. I'm going, "Oh, what's? I think if I push this here, what? Oh, you say, oh, yeah. If I, am I? I don't know. It was a joke. It was funny. I'm going to be sharing that in a future video about using the app and just having some fun. If nothing else, it'll be a fun story about doing something new in retirement. Now, thanks to this guest coming up here, she really helped make today's auction super successful. And today was really about pulling it off. Like, could we do this? Would it work? And Dee, as I mentioned, is a channel subscriber, is a member of the school group. When I say member, you don't have to join anything. You just come over and be a part of the community over there. And so, Dee, let's check your sound.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
First,
but I know there's a lag.
There is a lag.
Yeah.
That's your internet. Who's your internet provider?
The hotel.
Oh, you are truly still traveling.
Yes.
Oh gosh, well, good luck, because you don't get any kind of good Wi-Fi unless you're not even in a 5-star resort. You in a 5-star hotel?
No.
All right, I knew you were on the road, but so thanks for jumping on here. This will be a lot of fun.
Sure.
So as far as this, you came on the Whatnot. Now, first, there's a little bit of a setup because I was going to pick out some mugs. And just see, because mug life is real for people that love mugs. There's a friend, I don't know her personally, but she loves mugs. She's always showing up with a new mug. She knows she shouldn't be buying anymore, but she does. People that love coffee mugs have a problem. but it's a harmless one unless you're spending your, your retirement on it. And those are the people I want to share my mugs with. But in addition to that, I cherry picked a few other things, and I thought, pickleball is a really popular sport. It's been 8+ years since I first played. As a matter of fact, I noted it. It was April. I noted this date, the first day I played pickleball, and there's a reason for that. But it's become, back then it was the fastest growing sport in North America. It's just continued. Now I don't play anymore. That's a story for another time. And it's because of the community. I joined the sport because of the community, and I ended up quitting the sport, at least temporarily. It's been a few years, but I'll go back and play. People are always asking me to play with them, teach them the game. I said, yeah, we'll go have some fun. But I wanted to get rid. I have 7 paddles, I think. Now, before people go, what, you are, that's weird. No, it's not. If you have anyone that's a serious pickleball player, the average, I read an article about this. Guess what the average number of pickleball, guess how many paddles the average pickleball player owns? 7.
Well, yeah, that's what you said. Yeah.
And D now has, I think, well, no, wait. Did you buy the $7 one for 8?
Yes.
So you have 2.
Well, now I'll have 3.
Yeah, I was just going to say you had 1, then you got this one, so
yes,
so you could share it with a friend.
No, for me.
Okay, and this one, hold on. I'm back. Nothing like having props. When that teacher, props were always good. So D, just to tell you, this was not a scam that you bought nothing. There's that going on this platform, actually. So this is the one I picked out for you. This is the one. This is one of my favorite, if not the favorite, because of the design and because of the person that made this. She is a special person. Her name is. I'll send you the information when it gets there, because she's really cool. She no longer makes paddles. She was an engineer, so it's okay. This is your paddle, D.
Yay!
and what's so cool though is the green turtle. She's like extremely environmentally conscious, and it's cool because look at the little touches she did. No one back in there. This is, I don't know. This is 6-7 years ago about it. It was this is, and it's hardly used. This, notice I don't have any scratches on this one, unlike the other one I had. Anyway, it's worth it. Carbon quality. Yeah. I think it was about $100 paddle. And I was going to sell it to D for $7. She said, Phil.
No.
Why?
Well, I got that.
You wouldn't buy it for $7. I had to sell it to her for $2. No. Why would you not? Why'd you tell me? I told her, I said, I'm thinking about putting it up for $7. Would that be fair? And you went, what? And I said, do you think it's too high or too low? What was your response?
Yeah, it was too low. It was too low. I said, yeah, you need to raise the price.
So I did, but the reason I felt okay doing that was why?
Why?
You're a member community. You're great. You've been so supportive. Why? Well, now wait, didn't you get a $25 coupon to apply?
I got the $20 coupon, and I said, in order for you to get that $20, I have to spend it on one item. So the minimum has to be $20.
Were you able to apply it?
Yes. Yeah. I actually outbid myself.
I wondered if you did that because I put it up there for 27.
Yes.
And it sold for 32 or something.
Yeah, I outbid myself.
Oh my gosh. I was hoping there'd be some other people. I was worried that someone was going to bid, because I wanted you to not this one. I wanted you to have this one. But then I had a couple more up there. This is one I had. I had in Hawaii. I got in some games, some fights there on this one. This is a great head. This was the first year they came out with this. I mean, when it first came out, the Extreme Tour. It's a great. This kind of, it's lighter than this one, I think, but the grip on this one is better. A little different deal. So you bought this one too. I had it listed at 7, and you bid up this one. You paid 8.
Yes, I paid 8. Yes.
Didn't you put a pre-bid in for 7?
No, I put a pre-bid in for 8.
Oh,
yeah.
You could have grabbed. Okay. Well, that's good. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say the other one, I did a pre-bid for 27. I placed a bid on it during the live auction, and it said that I got outbid, but then the pre-bid.
It was by you.
Yes.
So, guys, the lesson here is if you do a pre-bid offer before the auction, when the auction comes up, it runs, and if you've pre-bid it, you're the first bidder. You don't have to be the second and the third.
Right. Yeah, and I put a maximum on there.
Okay. Well, Dee, I really appreciate you've supported. It was for a very, just really cool. And you even bought one more thing. Was that an impulse buy?
Yeah, I really thought that somebody was going to bid on it, and so yeah. So at the last minute, I bid on it.
What was it?
That was the cup for autism.
Correct. I just think, and I had it at, what did I have that? $4? I think it was $4.
I think it was 3. It was 3.
3.
Yeah.
I messed up on that. No, it's a really cool. I have a couple of them. So yeah, it's a fundraiser. It is the coolest mug. That's why I bought them. Yeah. I saw it and I thought, oh man, this is so cool. And it's for a good cause. And I just thought if a family had an autistic member or whatever, it's basically, what do they call it? It's kind of rampant in our culture for whatever reason. This would be a great, I thought about this. If I had a son or daughter or grandkid with, if I had that, I would make this their mug.
Yeah.
It's such a cool mug. Well, Dee, again, thank you so much. And go ahead.
The one thing I was going to say is during the live auction, you kept turning around.
Oh.
So you missed a lot of comments.
Oh.
Because on the one paddle, I was asking whether I could put a spin on it.
And I saw that later. I said, oh yeah, these are, now these, see, back in the day, spinning was almost not allowed, and it was considered really bad form, and you weren't a very good player. Then there's been paddles made since then, and Ben Johns, who's considered the greatest pickleball player up to this point in its history, its 50-year history. Spinning was, especially on serves. It's all changed though now because of the tennis culture and the talented players that have come into the game. So yes, you can absolutely spin. These are not known to be spinning, especially this one. Right. These are just solid, good volley type things, and you'll have to let me know. Have to let me know. I think with the competitive nature, since you dive, you said, this is probably going to be your paddle for that, not the nice turtle one. That's going to be your Sunday or Saturday. You want to go out, be in the proper tennis attire, kind of whatever, and show up with that paddle, because I guarantee no one probably has that. People have said to me, that's a cool paddle. Where'd you get that paddle? Yeah, summertime, no problem. Listen, summertime, if you just want to see how it works, tomorrow at 8 a.m. my time, which would be 8, 9, 10, 11 a.m. Eastern time, I'm running another auction. Dee, you are prohibited. You're going to be traveling, I think, anyway. No more from you. I'm going to run these little souvenir vintage salt and pepper shakers, kind of cool, and for $1 to $2, because here's what I need. I need 4 more buyers, independent. Dee was number 1. I'm very grateful for that. I need 4 more, and I'm also going to throw in some mugs for good price. Do you think there's anybody out there that doesn't have a Starbucks mug?
Me.
Oh my gosh. Well, now are you anti-Starbucks? Because there's only two reasons why people don't have a Starbucks mug. They are either anti-Starbucks or they're say, I'm not paying $20 for a mug. Why do you not have a Starbucks mug? Anyone in the listening audience, do you have I want to know how many people have one or don't have one and why. Why do you not have a Starbucks mug?
Yeah, probably for everything that you said. I don't drink Starbucks and I don't collect mugs.
Well, now wait a second. You don't have to be a collector.
Yeah,
To me, Starbucks mugs are cool, just cool. They're quality. They're always designed with colors. I just like them.
Okay.
I have over 100 of them, I'm sure, and I'm selling them. So tomorrow I'm going to offer it again to try to get my four different buyers from what I've got. I'm going to be auctioning items from $1. Buyer pays shipping. I have a question about that coming up. Don't let me forget for you. Or up to, I think the most expensive one tomorrow is $5. And that's a cool Daddy-O Starbucks mug. Now, Brad here is a very smart guy, and his sense of humor tells us so. D has a warning for you.
Okay.
You should have him send you a tracking number before the end of this live because he's not going to believe I'm going to give it up. So D, any more? I would like your feedback of the experience of the Whatnot live auction, like a garage sale, but you're bidding on items that you might like. And
Yeah.
It's funny, my brother brought that up. So while I was turning around is I had my iPad behind. You saw that?
Yeah.
And he said after this whole thing, and we're going to document all this. This will be in the video. All I had to do was pick up the iPad and put it right here. And I wouldn't have had to turn around.
Right.
Lesson learned. But what else? What was your feelings about it?
Yeah, I thought it went really well. I I was watching it with my daughter, so we were just laughing and having a good time, with you two.
We tried to be funny.
It was funny. But I was going to ask because I did do the tip, so I was trying to do all these different things just to see if just to see how it all works.
So you did a tip?
Yes. You had the back turned.
Oh my God. See, now wait a second. I owe you so much. By the way, be sure on your autism mug that you're going to get, there will be something inside of that, just a little thing. Just be sure that it makes it. Did greenbacks fly out of
the
thing?
Yeah. But you missed it.
Oh my gosh, I totally. And so this is such good feedback because that above all should be thanked. Oh my gosh.
No, that's okay. I mean, it was a learning experience. So
yes, it is. Thank goodness it's with you because you'll forgive me. Hold on. So this is the app. This is a picture of tomorrow's salt and pepper shakers. I lined it up, made it my picture. But hold on. I should have. I'm going to do this real quick. It won't take a second. So if I go into my seller hub, now here's the cool thing about this app. If you tip via Facebook Lives or YouTube Lives, they take a percentage of tips, gifts, whatever. Whatnot? Why not? Why not? I said Whatnot. I did. Did you know I said that? I've never been there. There's a place in the Philippines called Why Not. It's a bar, restaurant. Yeah. So anyway, Whatnot. This will be very interesting. Well, I'll let you know, like where it would show up.
Well, I got an acknowledgement from Whatnot, and they said that you were going to get it.
That's so cool. Well, I'll find out what the deal is because now here's the cool thing. Well, any more feedback? You enjoyed the show? See, here's the thing. I'm not just there to say, okay, next item is this Starbucks mug. $8, please. You know, $8. We want to have it as a show, the Vintage
Yeah.
Bros. And
Yeah.
we threw some, we didn't know what we're doing today, but we're going to have certain shows with themes. And we want to be entertaining, even though we're not entertainers, but we are entertaining sometimes. Some
Yeah.
of the conversations we have. One of the ideas, I'll share it with this group here, private first-hand knowledge, is my parents are passed. And if you notice during the show, I did have the infamous rotary dial phone up on the shelf, which I opened here. I did a reveal on a live, and it was packed so much I couldn't get into it. It's like I think I lost half the audience because it's like, God dang, Phil, it's like get into, you know, I was using scissors. I could not get this thing. This thing was packaged up like Fort Knox. And so we thought, wouldn't it be funny if we have a show where the parents call us from beyond? And it gets a little more, but that's just the hot sense of humor in our family. We're funny people, I think. Not so much my mom, but her expression would usually be, she'd go, shit. But we had this thing. Barry says, "Yeah, it's like we'll have a ring in the background. Yeah. Hey, mom, what's up? You better not be selling that. I picked that up, whatever." And oh, don't worry, mom, we won't be selling any of your stuff. It's so special. And by the way, you know, what's the temperature down there? I don't know if people might get offended by that, but that was our idea. We think it's funny.
Yeah, I like the interaction between you and your brother. That was a lot of fun.
You know, I said he may be coming on later, but it's not like we were even close growing up. That's the other thing, background. But he is. I think all of them are funny, man. I mean, if the other two, we've thought about doing a live for the channel where I could introduce them and maybe get a dynamic of what our growing up was like in the 60s and the 70s and the struggles our family had. I think that might be kind of interesting and provide some hope for people, you know, whatever. Yeah, he's a funny guy, you know.
Well, the two of you together.
Yeah, we did have some pretty good interaction.
Yeah.
The other thing that was funny, he told me, I missed this because I was turned around. He said with the and see if you caught this on the autism mug. He goes, he went into a Dustin Hoffman imitation of Rain Man. Did you catch that?
Yes, I did. I caught it.
Were you offended by that? Like, hey,
no, I was okay with that.
All right, well, because he wasn't trying to make fun of anyone, but he was just saying, yeah, good deal,
Yeah.
Nice,
yeah.
good mug. It's like Barry. Oh my gosh, but it was a Dustin Hoffman thing.
Yeah.
Any other type of experience? Like, oh, let me ask you this: would you go ahead and would you use this? Do you think for maybe some other things if you were looking for something versus going to flea markets or you know if you were a garage sale or whatever?
Okay, so I'm a minimalist, first of all. So
that's good, actually.
But I have, you know, the past week I did watch some other sellers, and it was entertaining. So I would watch. I would watch for different things.
It's funny you use the word entertaining because I was on a Whatnot show this morning where this very successful seller, I think he does a lot of storage units and jewelry and precious metals and whatever. But he goes on. You can go on and do like a coffee. I'm going to do a coffee talk in a week just to hopefully attract a few people that have done their first shows, and we're just going to talk about that. So it's a very educational, supportive group that you go. And of course, anyway, he was saying, he brought up a really interesting thing, his about what's happening in the marketplace. And it is this: back in the day when we were kids, it was a task-based marketplace. A task meaning to shop. You had to go out and visit a store to shop. It was very task-oriented. You drove to the store, you looked around, you shopped in a mall or wherever, you made your choice, you paid for it physically, and then you drove back home. You had to combine those tasks. Then along comes a guy that made it very convenient called, it was Amazon. What's his name? founder of Amazon.
Oh, Bezos?
Yes. And then we went into, which we've been in for at least 2 decades now, of a convenience.
Mm-hmm.
And he brought up the thing is, how did he, a guy that was just selling books back then, it was out of his garage, as he says it. And by the way, I have a cousin who went to high school with him, and they used to hang out together.
Mm-hmm.
And his story is they were kind of social hellions. They came from well-to-do families, and they wanted to go party and cruise the strip down in Miami, Florida, or in that area. And Jeff wouldn't go many times because he had to go work in his parents' business. Yeah, I should see if Steve, the cousin, could come on and talk about that. But yeah, I mean, he was a friend. He was a good guy, but nerdy a little bit. But worked the family business. He had that work ethic at like 15, 16 years old. So the question was, so he brought up the point, what did he do that turned the buying and selling world on its head? Does anybody in this chat know? And I'm going to get to your comments here. Appreciate you guys. But what was it? Because do you remember when Amazon Bookseller was online? Does anybody remember that? And what was your feeling about it? What was the biggest hurdle to overcome? Dee or anyone in the... Do you remember?
Before my time.
Wow. Not mine.
No, I don't.
I didn't trust it. There's no way I trusted it. And I used to think I'll never stop supporting the local booksellers in my town, which were like experiences. You went in and there was music playing. They'd have coffee. They sold you could talk to someone and they had their favorite book recommendations from the employees there, just cool stuff like that. But what Amazon did was they implemented reviews, feedback, and that changed the trust issue. Wow. This person has 1,000 5-star ratings. Oh, it's like that today. Do you guys buy anything on Amazon that isn't like a 4.7 and higher? I don't.
No. Yeah.
And of course,
you said it.
No. So, but now we are on the cusp of another huge societal cultural change, and it's called the experience model for shopping. It's no longer about it's still about all those things, but now it's about the experience and you got TikTok shops, which but whatnot is really about the experience. And Dee, you just confirmed that with what you said. You started checking things out because I think you're a researcher. I really appreciate you. You were in there checking out. Even tonight, you said you did a sound check and you were getting ready. But it's about the experience. And you said you enjoyed it. What did you enjoy about, quote, what were you watching? And what was it about it that you liked?
Oh, from the other sellers?
Yeah.
I actually was watching on the shakers.
What do you mean the shakers?
Yeah, the salt and pepper shakers. The shakers.
Oh my gosh. So there's channels that, see, now this is something I want to get to, because I see this potentially, if this decluttering works in a garage sale situation, I want to find a niche I can go into and do that, like just shakers or just jewelry or just all these. There's a woman for 2.5 years now, she just Christmas ornaments. I don't know where but here's the thing, where do they source this stuff? If you can find a source of quality, not Temu, they all joke about that. The disappointment, you order something from them and it comes from, they got it from Temu. We all know what that's about. So, and she's making 6 figures. This isn't, I'm just looking to supplement to where I can maintain, as I mentioned in the time before video, where I can, not worry about, I'm going to buy a ribeye, or I'm going to go out to a restaurant now and then, or I'm going to go see my grandkids, which is right now is the longest time in their lifespans I've not seen them. And I miss them, and so I want to maintain that. To do that right now, I've got to work at Home Depot. But even then, and this is the problem when you work with someone, I can't go in tomorrow and say, hey, I'm going to go see my grandkids in 2 weeks. Oh, no, you're not, Phil, because you know what? You don't have any vacation.
Yeah.
I do have sick time. But now, can I get it approved? That's what you have to deal with when you work for someone else.
Yeah.
So interesting that you said. So going back, you saw the Shakers, and what was it again that you enjoyed?
Well, she was very interactive with the buyers.
Like if you tipped her, she'd say thank you.
Yes.
Oh my God. Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, I mean it's okay. I mean, because I mean your back was turned. I mean, what it just happened that way.
Well, then I'm blaming you. You should have noticed that and not put your tip out there when I wasn't looking.
But every single time I did that, you turned your back.
Oh my gosh. All right, very cool.
But yeah, so she was very interactive. She had little stories about each item. You know, it was just yeah. And I think her actual auction for each item was a little bit longer. I think you were doing like 10, maybe some 15.
Yes.
I think 10 is like really quick. So
Okay,
where she
good
was,
feedback.
yeah, she was doing more like 20, you know, so yeah.
All right. So when I was had my back to you, I was setting that up. I had to, because you can go up to a minute or two, whatever.
Okay.
And what I heard is that no, people like, to move it. They don't want to but
Yeah.
And especially in a room, they're not interested in. See, it's always about you were there because you're interested in Shakers. Well, I was hodgepodge. I was just trying to do this to learn the system.
Right.
And I knew you were showing up to get the pickleball racket.
Yes.
Or paddle.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So yeah, 10 to 15 seconds is more than enough, I think. Tomorrow when I run, see, I'm getting on for 1 hour because we did 57 minutes today. I got to go another 63 minutes to qualify the time and hopefully find just 4 more different buyers.
Right.
And then they'll match whatever we sold. So hopefully it'll be at least $60, $70 maybe. And then Whatnot will give me that. And then we can use that money to do market research. I'll go support other sellers, small sellers on the platform with their stuff.
Yeah. And if Brian shows up, he can get his mugs.
Who is Brian?
Nomadic Brian from Colorado. Colorado Springs.
Oh, see, wow. See, well, that's great. Yeah, I do remember that guy because, he hadn't lived there as many years as I lived there.
Right.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, he wanted the Hawaiian mug and the Home Depot.
Yes. All right, listen, let me get to some of these deal. And guess what? My co-host, Vintage Bro number 3, Trace Amigo, they can't see you, Barry. But I'll be with you just a second. And Dee, can you hang on? Can you be with us here? Because you can meet, you can give him some feedback. Barry, I don't know if you were here, but she pointed out what the number one thing, how I was always turning around. She actually dropped us a tip while I was turned around. You weren't paying attention. When the green flutters go up, that means they just sent you some money. Don't tell me how much. I'll get back to you at the school platform to let you know whether I get it or not. All right, let's catch up here because we got some funny comments or some good comments. Here we go. No Starbucks mugs, but I do have several cups. All right, Caregiver Life, awesome. I'm a big look. I like Pike's Perk. I don't care what anyone says. It's decent coffee. I can drink it black. If I can't drink coffee black, it ain't good coffee. And I bought some stuff. I supported a small seller in the Big Island of Hawaii. He sells $100 bags of Kona, 100%, which you can't hardly get up here. He grows it. It's amazing. I bought 2 ounces for $11. 2 ounces, $11. Think about that. If you do a 10 or 20 ounce, do the math. It's delicious. I'm going to get 4, maybe 5 cups of coffee. So, I paid $11 to support a small business person. $11. I'm going to get $2 for Kona coffee. Kona coffee, some of the best in the world. Okay. And Rhonda, I have a lot of coffee cups and mugs, but no Starbucks because no one has given one to me. Oh man, Rhonda. Well, Rhonda, if you want a $4 one and you'll pay for shipping, actually, Rhonda, I'll be happy to send you one of mine. So you are now a member. I know you're a member, obviously, of the channel, but of the school community. Rhonda, send me an email. We're going to do this, and we'll do that. Send me an email. I'll send you a Starbucks, which all I ask, I'll pay for shipping. I'm going to gift you the mug, and then I'd like you to do a video about it on your channel. How about that, Rhonda? Deal? I used to drink iced coffee a lot, so my husband was always buying me the perfect iced coffee cup tumbler. I have a lot of them. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. They're good, man. They're quality. You have to be careful about paying the $14 to $25 for them. Amazon reviews are trash. Now, caregiver, you bring up a good point here. They weren't always trash. Whenever I see those Vine customer review of free product, I ignore the rate. You know what? Caregiver, man or woman here, caregiver, just first time I've seen you, I think, on the deal. So it's great to have you here. And obviously, I love your handle, Caregiver Life. Do you work hospice by chance? I mean, I don't know. But you're doing God's work there for sure. Yeah, what I have heard is China is flooding the reviews. And Facebook, the same thing. You'll see all these fake comments. As a matter of fact, guys, on my channel, you'll see someone come on the channel and go, hey, especially when it regards retirement and money and retirement investments, and it'll say, wow, I was broke, destitute, living on the corner until I made a call to, and they give a name and says, and now I am like living in, the best house, and I have a future, and my investments are doing great. I would talk to so and so, and then someone else jumps on and goes, well, who is that? How do you get in contact with them? And this, I know it's a scam when I look in my comments, and within 20 minutes or half hour, or 10 minutes after I post the video, there's 50 comments underneath this one comment. Like, wow, I must be quite the YouTuber. Look at the action in my comments section. It's total bots. I immediately block and report spam. The whole thing, because I don't want one of you guys, one of my friends in YouTube, to get involved with that. Man, just forget that. If you want to know what's really going on, you can come over to school and ask me there or whatever. But yeah, that's terrible. So yeah, a lot of these comments are trash or whatever. I have a little system. A lot of times, if the product is offered and it has an online store, I go verify that the brand is truly the brand that's marketing it. There's little things we actually could do a live about that sometime, about how we might protect ourselves in that way. Okay, Brad. Brad's one of my favorite people. He's intimidating though, because I've had breakfast with this guy, and man, Brad, every time I put out a video right now, I do so going, no, he's going to hate this because I'm not storyboarding it, and I'm being creative, but not in the way. But Brad, I work at Home Depot. I'm wore out. D, thank you for acknowledging that all the stuff I'm trying to do put together. I've been burning the candle at both ends. Listen to this. How many shows do you think you can source from your own stuff? Thank you for using the complimentary term stuff. I think he left out the HITT before you start having return pallets arrive. It's so true, because that's what a lot of people do for this. They go out and buy pallets and stuff. I will make a statement now. I do not have a plan ever to do pallets. There's good reasons for that. I might do storage unit. My brother has some experience with that. Maybe he can address that in a second. Barry hanging. Barry's sitting there on his patio. I'm making him wait. He's outside. It's 90 something now, I'm sure. he's,
Oh.
he's giving me this crap look. That's okay. He's coming soon. Explain the process for those who haven't seen it. I assume for why not? Well, D, explain what you did, how you did this and supported this and had some fun watching some shows this week. What'd you do? What's the process?
Well,
First, let me say I'm going to put a link in the description. If you'll go with my link, you're going to get a $20 or $25
right.
free to use on. I think you have to use it with me though. Is that right?
Right. Yeah. Well, you have to use it on your first purchase.
Okay. Oh, maybe.
And whatever you don't use, you lose it. So that's why I said make sure you list the item for at least $20.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. But yeah, so you download the app and
I'm so sorry. This is funny. And so you said, so be sure you use it. And then I was thinking, and then then make bids, pre-bid and then bid it up.
Right. Yes.
So you do that, you download the app.
Yes. Yeah. And you create your profile. And then I just kind of went in and just kind of got familiar with it. And, I watched others sell.
What's the profile? I get specific because people go, oh, no, you're not getting my information. You're not getting my social security number. What does it mean? What does it require to create a profile?
It's just a username and an email and a phone number. And then you have to put in your payment and shipping information.
So the stuff you're going to buy will have a place for it. And I feel I pretty much trust this. The people behind this are super quality people. They're really good about treating the customers. They guarantee it. They'll take care of you if someone rips you off, and they take care of the sellers too. And that was it, huh? What's your handle? Because I see you came on tonight as, what was it?
Oh, D, AKA Thriving. It depends on where I'm at.
Because on our school group or in the chat here, you are Who I Know You By.
Right.
And I'm looking. I don't even know who you are. No.
Yeah, it's D Perez.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Very cool.
Yeah. So I did the same thing on Whatnot.
So very simple. And then Summer, you go, you see something going on. It's not like when you used to go to old time auctions, you were afraid to raise your hand. Oh yeah, you just swipe $1 in increments.
No.
Ooh, what is it?
I think you said it.
Well, here's the thing. So, there's two things. I said the auction's going to start at, but the ones you had pre-bid, they start at the pre-bid amount.
But it went up in $3 increments.
Oh, well, that's good because that way people just can't come in and swipe at you for $1. They know you want that, and the system protects you a little bit because people might do it for $1, but $3 they'll think about it. Okay. I tend to think too it's safer, and I would recommend somewhere that you go into smaller groups that have under 20 people or 10 people. Go in and support them. Just be there, and you don't have to say anything. It's like there's a running chat. You just watch. Just be chill. That's it, and just watch.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I just wanted the pickleball paddles. That's the only reason why I got on.
Yeah, and that's cool. That's cool. And again, for a great call, see, guys, it was because of D, my brother and I'm gonna bring him on in about 30 seconds. Are you awake there, Barry? He's talking like we can hear him. Okay. D, what D did today, guys, is number one, she was in the room. That was good enough. But we knew she wanted the pickleball paddle. I told my brother, and then she picked up the other one because you have friends. Now you have a 3. If you have a friend with a paddle, you guys can go teach 2 other people. You can bring, and that's part of the community that is so awesome. You don't have to have a paddle or in pickleball. Someone is always at these places, usually with an extra. Here, use this. Use mine.
Right.
And by the way, remember, this one here, you're getting with personally signed.
I know.
By the boomer back when I was Phil, PHIL. I'm not
That was
tearing
a
it off.
bonus. I didn't expect that.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, but because of D now, we have things to pack up. Hopefully tomorrow. At worst, the next day, and ship it. The biggest challenge I face right now is printing the label. I have a printer that whatever. I have a good thing, but will it work with my computer? Suppose I have to download drivers. We're going to go through all that. So because of you, though, we will have experienced the whole system and do it the way it's supposed to be done.
Okay.
All right. Okay. The best thing too, Summer, is just get on there and check it out and go through my link if you would, because get the $25 credit. If I had to do sales to supplement my food budget, I'd start. So caregiver, I think I would too. But there's so many cool things you can do out there in this life right now. And think about it. Could you pick up an extra, let's say 500 a month garage sailing, just having garage sales once a day? You can do that now with why not? What not? I'm going to have a problem with that. That's a deal, Phil. Okay, yeah. All right, I was going to bring on my brother here. Let's do it now. Adding to the stage, he's there. I was trying to get you. I thought you had stepped off. Guys, this is my brother Barry. He's a whatnot partner. This is Vintage Bro 3. Barry, say hello.
Hello, everybody. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah. Barry, this is D, who bought the stuff today.
Oh, you were going the right direction originally. You want to go that way?
Not this way?
Nope. Yep.
Oh, that must be because in my computer, D is right here, and then you're over here.
Yeah, okay. On mine, she's in the middle.
Yeah.
Me too, but whatever. So D, do you have any questions for Barry before? You mentioned you liked our interaction.
Which yes.
Totally
I thought that was right? The what?
Totally unplanned.
I thought that was the best part, the interaction between the two of you.
Yeah, well, we were just winging that. We thought that we both have seen some of the shows that other people have done, and they're just kind of walking around saying, well, I got this, and I got that. Oh, look at this. This is so cute, and this is so neat, and blah, blah, blah. And if you think about it, it's like it is an online auction, but it's a lot like just like Phil said, you're using, it's like having an online garage sale. It's like people from all over the country coming to your garage sale. But like in here in Phoenix, you don't want to do that this time of year because it's too hot. The only reason I'm sitting outside right now is I just dipped in my pool. Although Phil made me wait, so I had now all dried off again.
Explain that little slip you made. You called me Jeff.
All right. Well, so in our family, my dad's name was Philip, and so Phil here, being the firstborn, was named Philip Jeffrey Ladden. So to the family, we always called him Jeff. So I will slip up every night. I did it once on the show today. I'm trying not to. I'll try to remember Phil.
The only people today. It's really weird. I spent the first 3 years of my life known as Jeff. Switched to Phil when I had to substitute teach. Long story, but I could walk down the street right now and someone call, "Hey Jeff," and it would freak me out actually. Especially if it was Barry.
But anyway, the fun of it was that most guys don't like shopping. So from what my brother was telling me, I think women predominantly are showing up in these online auctions because they enjoy shopping. But I enjoy shopping. It's just my mom used to take me when we were kids. Yeah. And I just enjoyed going along, mostly because at first it was a way to get a free lunch at Taco Bell or McDonald's during the day. And I thought, all right, I can put up with this. And then I enjoyed going around looking at stuff. And I just have always enjoyed that. What's cool about it today is, finding things, it's like the whole reason you stop at a garage sale is because you're like, well, they might have something in there that's totally cool, totally unique. If I don't stop now, then someone else is going to get it. So I may as well stop, take a quick look around and see if there's anything in there that's, worth looking at. And there's a draw, to that. And people do like that. People like finding deals and or treasures. It's the thrill of the hunt. So I think this is a neat way to do this online, where it's safe, it's convenient,
Yeah.
it's easy to work with. Deal like yourself, I just set my profile up a couple days ago, and it didn't require a whole lot. It was
Right.
simple. So yeah, it's a pretty cool concept overall, and it is a new way I think of buying things. It is kind of going forward that is a little bit better than the eBays, the Amazons. It's different than Amazon, and it's sort of like a garage sale, but you don't ever have to get out of your car and leave your home.
Brad, I'm so glad you're here. But we've got Reddy. He's one of the funniest. We have some funny people in this community. Barry, this is Brad. We'll have to have a breakfast with him someday. Look what he says here. Barry.
Hang on.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, they can see me and they can hear me. Is that what he said?
No, he says, well, now we know where the cigars went from the box.
And I don't know why I'm not seeing that, but anyway, yeah, absolutely. It's kind of fun to sit outside and dip in the pool and have a cigar on an afternoon. It's peaceful and relaxing.
I was just gonna say, guys, and Barry, you gotta understand this community. It is a very much like Dee says. She's a minimalist. We're about anti-clutter. Those I've done a couple videos too, and they actually in the world of YouTube they are very popular. They draw a lot of attentions about decluttering, and you just sounded like you are the clutter master, Barry, detailing how the cluttering process works. It's all because of Mom, Barry. No, we're just being environmentally sound people. we're middlemen. We're moving this junk to this person.
You're not supposed to call it junk. You're not supposed to call it crap. I thought you taught me that.
That's right. That's right. I said the word crap during the show. Dee, did you catch that?
No, I don't think so. We just kept laughing because you kept saying they hate it. They hate it.
Oh, thank you for bringing that up. So I'm watching. I've watched a lot. I've watched hours trying to learn the platform, much like you did this week, and being entertained or bored. Let me tell you two quick stories. One guy, I felt so sorry for him. He had to be at least 60. And he's got a house of Shiat. Little figure, everything. And he's got all of his shelves packed and everything, all these little things. And he's walking around with his phone. Oh, whoa. Hey, Siri, light off. Oh, the only reason I say that is because I don't know where to push to turn the light off. And he's walking around. He's going, okay, welcome in. Thanks, everybody. And then there'd be like 2 minutes of silence. Him just going through his all of his shelves. He's doing a circle in the room. And then he'd say, hi, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. And then he'd say, after another minute, and if you see anything you want, just ask, just let me know, and I'll give you a price. And this is crap. Nothing nostalgic, nothing valuable. He keeps watching, and then all of a sudden I'm watching it because I'm going, dude, are you going to start an auction? Are you going to try to, let us know? Nope. He says, well, I could tell he was getting ticked. There's like 6 people in the room, and I'm one of them. I'm waiting. Is he going to start an auction? Is he going to pick someone and say, hey, who'd like this? Here, let's sell for $2. Go. Nope. Walking around, looking at everything. And then he says, well, about time I head down and have lunch. End of auction. End of stream. There's an older person that doesn't quite get the garage sale platform of whatnot.
Well, something that's funny is, like we were talking about, it's a stress-free, easy way to do things. And we all need a little less stress in our life. Now, just a moment ago, you noticed that Phil was having some issues trying to tell Siri to turn off his light. Didn't work. I'm telling you, my life. I tell them to do things all the time. They don't do it. They don't do what I tell them to do. I'm breaking up.
Yeah, you are.
Shoot. Well, maybe you could repeat what I said. Siri and Alexa are two two individuals that cause a lot of stress and headache in people's lives.
Alexa, did you just hear that? Do you understand what he's saying?
What exactly did you hear? I'm not sure what you're referring to.
There you go.
I've said, I did have a conversation with Alexa one night live, and I thought I should do a whole
You had a
show.
chat with me earlier. What would you like to know about that conversation?
See?
You just wait, hold that thought.
Okay, I'll wait.
Good. D, any comments or about the live, about with this?
Anything else? No, I think that was. I just found it entertaining. So I look forward to the next one.
Yeah. Well, Barry and I both had this idea. We're not there just to get rid to declutter stuff from the house here and stuff from our own collections. And as Barry mentioned, he's a sorcerer. So when we get done, Brad, with all the stuff, as you call it, thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Well, then we make a decision. I've already thought about this. I'm done. I'm not doing this as a future career. I'm not doing this with the belief I'm going to make $100,000, let alone more, even though some are doing it. I don't agree with the way they're doing it necessarily. I'm doing this to declutter, to, release myself of these emotional bonds, of these things that when I see them, they're part of my parents, or they're part of something in my past that I collected that I just, like the whiskey decanters that I think Barry and I are going to do in the next week or two. We're going to do a show just on whiskey decanters. I picked up from an antique dealer in Colorado that wanted to get rid of them because they couldn't sell them. It's like these Starbucks coffee mugs. But we're going to, some of these are pretty valuable. We were looking up today. One of them was $200. We'll put it up there for $10, $12, $15. The others in the probably $7, $8 range. And then we'll be happy with it. We'll get rid of it because there are people that will have. I have a Broadmoor Hotel one. Let me just show you. Take over, D, Barry.
While he's doing that, hotel in Colorado Springs. Usually when the president comes to speak at the Air Force Academy, they stay at the Broadmoor. The Olympics would do ice skating championships at the Broadmoor. Way back in the 70s, there was a movie called Ice Castles that the brother number two that we kind of made jokes about today, he and I had tickets to be extras in this movie. We overslept that day. That movie was filmed at the Broadmoor, so it is a pretty famous landmark hotel in Colorado Springs. There it is.
Oh, with a little dust. You guys know you want this and need it. This is the world famous Broadmoor Hotel and 5-star mobile, whatever, for years. The Broadmoor Hotel, baby. This is what you want. We got some Jim Beam. And let me see. And it's empty. This was a 1968 Jim Beam. Now, people, this is a memory, okay? I feel Barry wants this. Because why, Barry? Why would you want this?
Well, actually, you had two of them, and you already gave me one. But it's because in Colorado Springs. Now, first of all, if you're like a high schooler and you're going to take a date, a prom date to out for dinner, that's score chow right there. Just like it is throughout the 20s. You take somebody there, that's pretty big business. That's a big deal. But it is a world famous spot. Lots of big, significant celebrities and people ever come to Colorado Springs.
Yeah. Hold on. Why did you want this? I guess I gave you one.
Well, just to have it on as a decoration in my home bar, and people ask about it, and you tell them stories.
Yeah, there's emotional stories. It's the stories, and guys, well, here's the challenge. In Whatnot, we need to have someone in the room from Colorado Springs. And we're going to get top dollar. We'd get what we asked for. No one's going to be bidding on this probably, but if you get someone in there from Colorado or used to live there, this is a memory keeper that they would like. And that's what we're doing. and good for them. It gives them good feelings. But we'll list this probably in the $8 range, you know, without the dust. I'll clean it up with no dust, no dust. Anyway, we're going to do a show on whiskey decanters. I have a bunch of them between what I've given Barry, a dealer down the street, and what my employees stole from me at my restaurant. I've got, I don't know, I probably have at least 40 or 50 of them. So we're going to do a show and we're going to try to release them. So.
Well, and I think somebody asked you how much of our own stuff do we have that we could do shows on. If you're only doing 10 to 20 items, probably a lot of people could do half a dozen, maybe as many as a dozen shows.
Caregiver says, Brad, exactly what I was thinking. Hey guys, as Barry just said, with the years we have left, we probably our kids could probably pick up our show and continue on with it. Because look at this. And Brad says, you say this mug had a retail price of $300. Chat, go. This is the instigator right here. We need to have him in our show just firing people up. You're in now. What's this? That's not what Barry said. You're in now. I don't know. Oh, look at this. Summer used to live in Colorado Springs and ice skated at the Broadmoor. Now, Summer, oh my gosh, you ice skated on the rink that Colorado College CC Hockey played on. I saw games there when I was in high school. So, Summer, what would you offer tonight? No. Actually, hold on. Yeah, listen to this. Caregiver says sounds way better than Facebook Marketplace. 100%. Look, guys, I've thought about putting my stuff through Facebook Marketplace because my daughter and all the millennials say that's where they get stuff. I don't want to deal with the people on. There's a lot of scamming going on there.
You know, just a quick story. In 1980, well, actually 1979, you know, for those of us who were around in that time, you know the story of the Miracle on Ice. Do you believe in miracles? Yes. When the U.S. hockey team upset the Russians in the 1980 Lake Placid Olympics, that team came together and trained at the Broadmoor. That's where they first came together and did all their training before that Olympics. So yeah, it's cool stuff.
And in Colorado Springs, it was the old Ent Air Force Base right there in central Colorado Springs. It bordered on Bijou, Uinta, and something else over there where the Olympic Training Center was. Yeah, I guess
it was.
No, I think you're wrong there. It was on the other side of Montgomery Wards. We won't bother the people here. Maybe Summer will remember that. Anyways, yeah, Caregiver gives a good point there, man. Anytime there's a WhatsApp number in any comment on anyone's YouTube, freaking report it, block them, whatever. They're all scams. What's so funny, Summer? Are we relating? Oh, yeah. Well, okay. Well, listen, I'm going to wait. You can send me a private message. You don't have to be embarrassed about what you want. I'll bet Summer would pay $100 for this thing for the memories. Actually, Summer, if you'd like this, I mean, you know, you come on our show. I'd come on our show. We're going to put it up there for $10 or less. It's a good memory, man. The Broadmoor is awesome. Nicest hotel for sure in the Colorado Springs. Actually, one of the nicest in Colorado. Okay, let's, where are we at here? Hold on. Oh, yeah, man, this has been good. D, anything else again, we really appreciated your support and, you know, you probably stayed to the end, the bitter end, I assume.
Yes, at the end, you were talking. I put in there that you were live. But you must have had your back turned.
So here's what happened. Barry and I saw that. We go, oh my gosh, they're still going. So there's the iPad, which ran the show, and then there's the phone, which is recording. I ended the show from the iPad thinking that's the command. No, another lesson learned today. The show ends on the phone.
Oh.
So yeah, we talked. We were all saying, "Oh God, thank goodness we didn't say anything really offensive."
I know. I was like, "You're still alive."
We actually were talking. I was telling him about you. That
Oh,
I said, Dee is the person. You know, she ended up buying. You know, with the whatever. It was all good. It was really good.
okay, good. Yeah, because I was getting ready to leave because I'm on the road. So
Yeah. So what Dee is referring to, guys, is I ended the show on the iPad, but it ended. It ended the camera, but it did not end the show. It's much like if I logged out tonight and the video disappears, but all the audio is still going. You could hear us chatting if we were still here. It's just like when I begin this show, I begin with the blue screen, the music, and if my mic is not muted, and normally isn't, you'll hear me. Like one night I went, and people were like, you know, crazy. Like, I mean, I just thought, oh my gosh, everybody that's in there could hear me, like, just whatever, getting ready.
Let me
All
just
right.
say one more
Well,
thing about this whole thing. So a few years ago, I started doing. I joined a website called Storage Treasures. I think it's called Storage Treasures, and it's online auctions for storage units. And you pick out based on your zip code or city. You can pick out that you want to bid on storage units within 5 miles of your house, 10 miles, 20 miles, whatever. And so I was doing this, and it was fun because you would win a unit online, see a few pictures, so you'd have an idea of some bigger items that might have been in the storage unit. But you'd see totes, you have no idea what's in those totes. It was so much fun to bring those home, open them up, and see what people had wrapped up and saved all these years. And what's crazy is there was good stuff. There was sometimes not so good stuff. Um, but the fact that people were paying these storage units, I don't know about anywhere else, but they're not cheap here in Phoenix. You're talking 100, $150 a month.
nope.
And, there's dust all over on these boxes and stuff. So they've been in there for a while. And suddenly they just get to the point to where they don't pay their bill anymore. A lot of times it was because I'd found out that people were in jail. They'd get arrested for different things, and then you'd find it some of what was in their stuff. I hate to say this, but you'd know it was stolen because it had brand new tags on it, clothes, all kinds of items, and it was crazy.
what's the
But
worst thing? Oh, go ahead.
yeah, I was gonna say, here's the worst thing. I had a friend who got me into this, and he lives in Wisconsin, and he was constantly finding gift cards. He'd find like
Hey,
staticky.
Dee,
Still
can you hear
staticky?
him?
No.
Say again.
Shoot, I don't know what.
Slow down.
I don't know what. Okay,
It's your
well,
AT&T Wi-Fi.
apparently,
I have hotel.
You have what?
all right.
I have the hotel.
Oh, yeah, yours
How
is
about
doing good.
How about now? Is it any better at this point? Okay. So this guy in Wisconsin, him and his wife were doing this, and they were finding all kinds of cool stuff. I started doing it, and we just laughed to no end because I must have found at least I'm somewhere between 15 and 20 dildos that were in these storage units, various storage units. I literally could have gone on Whatnot if I knew about Whatnot at the time, and did a show just on that. No, naturally I didn't, and I didn't even give those to our good friends at Goodwill. I just tossed them. But I was like, why am I so lucky to find all of those things? I don't know.
You should have taken that as a sign.
Oh, dear.
I'm telling you, all kinds of different sizes and shapes, and I mean, it was interesting.
Actually, now, oh, you know what? We did just jump up 2 or 3 viewers.
Where can I get those? Right?
Now we have to. I'd like to make an official announcement here on the What's Up Boomer live stream. We will now be going into officially after hours. All right. Before I guess if there's anything else, I think I covered. I mean, I think about we didn't. Rhonda, I don't know if you're still here. Probably not. It's been an hour and a half. but we were talking about the things that we get attached to. And Rhonda, who is a licensed counselor, we're going to talk about these because there may be two kinds of people in the world. People that really get they have emotional attachments. Oh, Rhonda's still here. Rhonda, do you want to come on just for a few minutes and just address these two types of people? There's people like me, Barry, maybe a little bit, because our family's kind of like this. Scott is not. So we have 4 brothers. Scott has no trouble detaching. He's never attached. He just gets rid of crap. My son is like that. My daughter, someone mentioned in the comment today how you don't want to leave your kids with this stuff, and I agree. But my daughter she is emotionally attached to things, family related, not just things. Greg, I asked him, Greg, I got your soccer trophies. You won tournaments when you were 9 years old. Do you want these? Because I was proud of Dad. Throw them out. And I've got, just for the emphasis of the point,
Dead space.
I've got my daughter's, there's her name, Beth, written in her handwriting.
Uh-huh.
This was like maybe 93 or something like that. And I know she wants this. This was she was kind of artistic. They chose this picture to display at the local credit union. I have a famous artist in the family. And this was kind of relevant to my story about being humiliated in 3rd grade because I was copying Becky and her bear. And then my daughter in the 3rd grade made this bear. If I was sitting next to her, my bear would have looked something like this. I don't know how that. Anyway, I have this. My feeling was always to get it mounted, get it framed, and give it to her to put on her. Because guess what's on her hallway wall? Family pictures. And I would like her daughters. She has the 1st grandson too. They are kind of unfortunately following along. I think, fortunately, I think, not unfortunately, that they appreciate this was Mom's drawing when she was their age or whatever. Anyways, that's my, being a former teacher, you got to have props.
Well, I just want to add one last thing about the emotional attachments. So I shop a lot of Goodwill here in Phoenix. I go almost every Tuesday. Tuesday is your senior discount day.
I can see Brad now doing.
Well, told you I got the shopping gene. So every Tuesday is 25% discount on everything for senior discount. So seniors were there.
Slow down.
Well, I see all these other seniors there as well. And I was telling my brother, it's interesting because there's not a week that goes by that if I go, I won't see some people and they got their shopping cart and they're pulling all these knickknacks off that they can get for $3, $4, $5 plus 25% off. Mm-hmm. And they talk to themselves. I hear people talking to themselves all the time. And it's like they're remembering a family vacation somewhere. Maybe it was like SeaWorld, back in the 70s. And they're like, oh, this is just like what we saw back in the 70s. I always wanted one of these, or so-and-so might really like this. And they put it into their cart. And so it's interesting how much I see them reliving these memories. And I don't mean to, eavesdrop. It's just they're talking and you can't help but hear them if you're standing within, 6 feet. And it's been interesting to see how many times they are, replaying memories and stuff in their mind about these things, and they're buying them, just because of that.
Barry told me this story, and for the last couple years, at least, and Dee, I'd like to know, Dee, you've been such a good listener. Jump in here. Don't let us dominate the conversation. But
well, I'm losing light, so I'm going to have to just boot me off.
All right, listen. And Rhonda, I hope it's going to be Rhonda. I just sent you the link. But Dee, super. Thanks a lot. We'll see you on school. And Rhonda is here. Dee, I can't thank you enough. and appreciate you doing it. And we'll if you want to talk more to Dee and the community at school, come over there and we continue the conversations. So Dee, safe travels.
Thank you.
And keep us posted what you're doing.
Thank you.
All right. So now what we do here to officially remove you, you do not remove yourself. I remove you. I'm a control freak. And I just click on remove from stage. Again, thanks so much for coming and more coming to the auction today.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Dee.
And then
now for me, the static just stopped because I was getting a little bit in the background.
Oh, yeah. Blame Dee. Blame Dee.
I'm just you should call her Dee Liver.
Well, you know what? You will not be invited back here unless you get some better internet thing. You said, yeah, and Rhonda is now here, but we'll get to Rhonda in just a second. Barry, what'd you just say? You need to call her Dee what?
Dee Liver. She brought our first sale to us.
Dee, I hope you caught that. If not, we'll do it. Yeah, she's now known as Dee Liver. Awesome. And what was this? Brad said, Barry, emotional attachments. I sure hope you didn't keep those 20. What was that? Brad, you're just you're ahead of us or something. I don't know, but Brad's funny. There she is. She got it, Barry. Now, on the stage, Rhonda. Now, Rhonda,
Hello.
You've been doing lives on your channel. Oh, and I forgot to ask Dee. Her daughter and her do some YouTubing, which is cool. But Rhonda, you've been doing lives, and that's how I came to know you.
Yes.
There. Let's see. How do people do that? There we go. I met Rhonda probably through Karen's Karen, and then I checked out your channel. And what's the name of your channel?
Entreaty by Rhonda Hensley.
Oh yeah, it's on your deal here. Although you didn't put that's all good. But Rhonda, oh here it is. This is Rhonda. She's wondering where's the link. And how quick was that? I just copied it from Barrett, sent it to you, and you were here, which is very cool. I remember the first time you were on one of my lives, I thought, oh, that's a cool word, entreaty. So before we go any further, can you explain that to, because I wasn't sure how you were using it, and I really didn't quite understand what it meant.
Yeah, it's an old word. I'll say that. They use it if you watch like old shows that are set back in the, I don't know, like old. And they would, I entreaty you to do this or entreaty you to do that. But the meaning of it is to call upon another with urging comfort and care.
Rhonda, you sound good to me and probably everyone else. Barry, you've got to get rid of that Wi-Fi connection. Actually, you're sitting on the patio, so you probably need a booster. Seriously.
I'll join the next show, do a better job.
What?
Go ahead and drop me off. I'll do the next show and we'll hopefully better connection.
All right. Well, Barry, thanks for coming on here. That was cool. All right. So, yeah, Rhonda. So real quick, not real quick, but it's kind of funny because the StreamYard, it says kick from studio. He's gone.
You kicked your brother out.
Kick him to the curb.
Yeah.
And then real quick, Dee had mentioned about how we would say, hated it, because people didn't buy most of what I offered today on my auction.
Yeah.
And so I saw a lady, most people say, okay, thank you for looking. Thank you for viewing. And then I heard someone say, don't say that. We don't want to hear. They go on after the other. Okay, I've got a Starbucks mug. Anyone interested? Runs 10 seconds. Okay, thank you for looking. Thank you for viewing. And I used to think, and they say it over and over. So I saw a lady on the deal say, oh, they hated it. They hated it. So I was doing that today.
Yeah.
I told Barry, I said, they hate it. Get rid of it. And Barry says at one point, yeah, Goodwill will take it. So anyways, Rhonda, yeah, this entreaty, I really like that. What that is. And you have your YouTube channel, Entreaty by Rhonda, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you've been doing lives now, which is really cool.
Yeah. I've been doing
And
lives for a while, but I added some to try to get my watch time hours up.
yeah, and I think that's a good idea, actually. I don't think it's necessarily the way to build a channel because lives are just not promoted by the algorithm long term. And I know you all have your thing and you're trying to help each other and all this stuff. And I just think I love it. I'm a part of that community, but I don't see that those are the growth things. I'm going to talk about that on my school group more as to if you're what and like I told you, I didn't catch maybe your most recent video, but your last one last week, was it? The 6 things what?
That surprised me most about retirement.
Yeah. And the first one was, this one cracked me up.
The first one, I have my notes.
Now Boomer community or hey, the people, this is a woman that has lived through her 60s twice.
Yep. Lived through my I'm become the weatherman.
Yeah. I think that's so hilarious.
I never even paid attention to the weather other than what's the temperature today so that I'd be sure to be dressed okay. Yeah. And it got to where I want to know if it's raining, how's the wind, what's the humidity, what's it going to do tomorrow.
And now you start your day every day in retirement
checking the weather. It's like, somebody had asked me, well, I wonder what the weather's going to do. Man, I could tell them. I was like, what has happened to me?
That is so funny because you had your own hairstylist, hairdresser.
I had a salon, and I went to college, put myself through college doing hair, and in my 40s. Yeah. I graduated with a master's degree I was 54 years old, and I changed professions and went into counseling.
And we're going to come right back to that in a second. I just want to go back, and I want to encourage people that will see this later and the people that are on it right now. To me, that was a video you did a week ago about, what was the title of it? Do you remember?
Which one? The one where surprised you most about retirement?
The things that surprised you most about retirement. The next one was toilet paper. Now we're not going to get into, we're going to use that as a teaser for people to go listen to that because it's hilarious. It's like, oh my gosh. And I'm laughing because it's like, oh my God, yeah, she's that's kind of true. Anyway, something to give the youth of America something to look forward to.
Yes.
Because this is reality, man.
It is reality.
Now let's go to, you were on the last one I had, which again, was it a week ago? Because with my work schedule, it might have been 2 weeks ago actually, because I think I have to close. I'm going back to pretty much a full-time closer schedule, so I won't have Sunday nights available for a while. And you were a part of that, and we're going to do a collaboration coming up. We've talked about, you're kind of putting that together now, and it deals specifically with tonight's topic, which is these things we hold on to, these emotional, and just briefly, what is that about?
I think that people get an emotional attachment to things because they have some sort of memory attached to them. Like, it's like I was telling you about my mother's miniature vase collection. And she had these little vases, and I could remember her. She had them in a little wooden cabinet thing in the kitchen. And she would talk, oh, well, I got this on vacation in Colorado, and I got this, and they were so cute. And, like I said, there were about 15 in this little thing. And then I knew she had some more in the bedroom in a shelf. And, I'm thinking she had 30 of them. And when we were cleaning out their house, I told my brother, I want my mother's miniature vase collection. Because I remember her talking about, she had a little, it looks like like a parrot or something. And she got that when she went to Florida. And I know that stuff. And so my mom's, as a girl, she traveled or vacation, she bought these. And then I can remember her telling me about them. So there's this connection to my mom, and
Yes.
And both my parents are gone, and I don't have a real big family, and so there was this attachment to these things, and
Yeah.
there are some things that I have that I just don't even know if I could sell them. My grandmother had a salon, and she had it's an antique wooden brush sanitizer thing where she stored her clean brushes, and I have that. It's on my in my dining room in my buffet.
So Rhonda, my image of you is a person that has overcome and dealt with these emotional attachments. That's my impression of you. But you're conveying and sharing right now, I have these similar emotional, I don't even know if attachment is a word, because it's a memory and, for lack of a better word, attachment, that if I do by keeping that, I have my mom still around some weird way.
Yeah, that attachment. But the work that I've done, we talked about, I think that there is a correlation between people that have trauma and that tend to keep stuff. It's
Yes.
maybe a scarcity mindset.
This
It
is
can
good.
come from, okay, like with me, I'm betrayed by people, or some of that sort of stuff. People are going to misuse me, but my stuff and in my clothes and all of that, I have clothes that, and I've been getting rid of them. I am actually able to let go of them, and I might need that.
Oh yeah.
I might need, but I also know that there's that connection to this stuff was what I focused on because it was my safety blanket, because it wasn't going to hurt me. It wasn't going to abandon me. It wasn't, so I had to have it. And so that was a trauma bond, if you want to call it that. But this other stuff is the sentimental stuff. And we talked about this the other day. I think this is more of a thing that is with older people, boomers especially.
Yeah, someone made a comment. I'm trying to think who it was. Might have been, I have no idea, because I'm lots of different conversations, that says like what not, where we're getting rid of things, or people that are buying, more importantly, the community that are buying these things are doing so not because they need it. They're entertained and they have emotional connection with this item. It
Right.
reminds them, right?
Yeah.
Or it's something they had in the shop, or it's something their parents had. They want this because they're grabbing at something. It's not because they need it. And this is the power. I mean, and this idea, which is what we will be talking more about I think, because it came up in my last live, in doing my own introspective thinking, am kind of understanding, at least I came to the conclusion, these are some hurts, whether it be from childhood,
Mm-hmm.
the growing up without. And now I look at, I always lived life believing I was together. I was doing stuff. in my 30s, I remember thinking, late 30s, I'd made some big mistakes in life, like with my marriage, whatever. But, I thought, I did what was best right now for everyone. We kept it, whatever. It didn't get, and I just thought, I'm going to live my life and I'm not going to have any regrets. And I thought that through my 30s, 40s, and even into my 50s. And by my late 50s, I started to say, oh, shit, I regret numerous things I really do now, but it's too late.
Yeah. And my kids don't want any of that stuff.
Well, my daughter, I think, does, although I should talk to her. My son, for sure, I don't think wants anything. But overall, that's what people are saying in the comments today. Do your kids a favor. Don't leave them burdened with this.
Yeah. And I have some stuff that as I clean out, I'll run across that was, my son's father died in 1998, and we were married 24 years. And I'll run across something of his, and I will go to him and say, "Hey, do y'all want this? Take it now." And if they don't, it's gone.
Huh.
You
That's
know.
funny. You say that because I ran across this pack of pictures the other day. I forget what I was looking for my report cards. And in the picture was a relationship I'd been in way back when, after my marriage. That was kind of some ugly stuff. And we were together for 5.5 years. But anyways, we had gone to Puerto Vallarta, and she took this picture, and I was angry at that morning. We'd had tequila. I just wasn't feeling it, but it was my long hair. It's one of the best pictures of me now.
Yeah.
Like, I show all the young people at work. People will ask me,
You're out.
when you were my age, what were you doing? They want to know stuff like that. No, she wasn't in the picture. I was standing
okay.
with my shirt off. I was ticked. I'm a very conservative person, kind of self-conscious. She snaps this picture of me from like up, and I remember kind of barking at her. What the fuck? You know, I'm sorry. What the hell? You know, what are you doing? You know, and it was the old. It wasn't like today. It was on film, or it was digital, whatever it was. I have a copy of it. I found it in these pictures, and it is. It's like, oh yeah, this picture, man. In a way, now I'm kind of glad I have it, but I forgot where I was going with that. It's this idea of the attachments of the past, and what I hold on to. And actually, it's one of the few pictures, because I don't have many of me back then, that, you know, and let me do this real quick. So, well, go ahead and do that. Continue on there. This Nick, good to see you, Nick. This is D, says, once you work those through the emotions with your stuff, isn't it? Would you agree with that?
Yeah. And I've done a lot of that, and I've gotten rid of a lot of stuff. But there's, you know, I mean, you have you know, my grandmother's stuff, and then my mom and dad's stuff, and, you know, my stuff. And so, and I own commercial property, and there was stuff from there, and then I closed my salon, and there was stuff from. I have some antique stuff, hair stuff, antique, you know, and I think that some of that stuff would just be phenomenal to sell on Whatnot.
Now, okay, well,
antique rollers and
oh,
you know, the little clips that go on the electric perm machine. I have some.
So are you saying you're going to check out the Whatnot? Have you checked it out yet?
I'm researching it, and I had to try to figure out what time your thing was this morning to watch it.
Okay. I'll be happy to help you. Again, any questions you have, you just contact me directly.
I have an antique blow dryer. I have one of those curling irons that you hook into.
So what you would do is you would ultimately create a show on that stuff in that line and just have fun with it and go out, price it, and just see what happens. But there's some things, though. I probably will share that on the school. I mean, I probably won't do a YouTube video on it. I am going to do a YouTube video about this day. This is a huge day of learning something. I mean, what I've learned in the last 10 days and kicking this off, set a deadline. We did it. My brother comes over. I didn't even know. I had to get out notes that I had written down on an envelope how to connect my iPhone with my iPad. I was thinking I was going to have to move one of my computers over there to do the command central so I could start the auctions, run the auctions, but the camera was the recorder. Anyways, and it all worked great. But here's the thing, though, Ronnie. Go through the link so you get your $20 or $25 off. D will help you there. Now, if you could come in and throw away my extra stuff, I could come in and throw away your extra stuff. But see, James, I wouldn't let you do that. That's the problem.
Yeah.
We both would be better off. Yeah, no question, man. Just don't make me throw away my parents' stuff. Yeah. Isn't that true?
Well, and there's some of my, I mean, some of the things that I would probably get rid of because the emotional I thought my kids would want some of that stuff. And of course they don't. They don't. And
see, okay, but see, for those of you out there that are more with where I'm at, look, I have a son that just like that. They don't want it. He doesn't want it. His wife doesn't want it. My grandgirls don't want it. But guess what? When it comes to my mom, or even my dad, but certainly my mom, my daughter, that was Grammys. I'll take it. My mom gave her wedding band. And I would imagine it's one of the most cherished things that she has.
Yeah.
Because it was Grammys. And now I know what Brad's thinking. Oh my God, this is a cultural transfer of clutter. You got, and look, guys, I know Brad personally. He's a great guy, and he's hilarious, but he's also so smart. His sense of humor is so dry, and it's to the point. Here's Brad's comment so far on this live at an hour and 50 minutes in. I too bad most people probably.
It's an emotional roller coaster.
Can you guess? Here it is. Oh, you saw it. It's an emotional roller. What I'd like to know, Brad is like I said, he's intelligent, and he's a black and white kind of guy. I think he's an engineer, something, a computer. He's in the computer program, whatever. Hey, Brad, Brad, I'd like to ask you if you would, since you can handle it. Is there anything in your life? Maybe we should talk to his wife about this. But is there anything you have, because there is an emotional attachment? He has, like, I think, a 90-year-old dad doing great. And I mean, active, has energy galore. But is there anything, Brad, that you're attached to that's life related? And that could be anything. It doesn't have to be family. What would that be, Brad? If you're still here, and I think he probably is. I hope he is. But anyways, here we go. He says, I don't have any family stuff, and I don't miss any of it. It was sad, yes, to go through losing the stuff. Yeah, Dee, if I remember right, you lost your stuff in a fire. In some ways, I think that if that happened to me, it'd be a blessing, because it's like, okay, it's gone now.
Yeah.
It's gone. It is Brad. Maybe that's who. Are you talking about when you were mentioning Brian in the past? She kept saying Brian to me, like, oh, Brian would need to whatever, something with the live today. My parents bought and sold antiques. Remember, there has been a big decline in popularity. You know what? I think that's indicative of the millennial and the Gen Xers, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And I think too, that emotional attachment makes that thing valuable, like, I have this thing, and it was my mother's, and I think that, well, if I could sell it, but nobody wants to buy it.
So this is the power of whatnot, because I don't want to really say it. Matter of fact, I think it was Sage, one of our regulars here, who last week said, when I was kind of hinting that I was going to start, and it was like they already sensed that I would get involved in this platform and then start buying stuff. And by the way, market research, I have gone through and supported numerous people on this platform to see it, and I started receiving my stuff, which I resell. I bought some cookbooks for Christmas. I'm going to resell those. And I was watching this gal. She was a brand new. She was I just got this message. She was bless her heart. I think I heard that's not a compliment, but that's how I felt. This poor gal, she's 20 some years old, 30 maybe. She spent 20 straight minutes going through her 12 items, not one bid. And she just kept rerunning it. And she had this stick down. She was very professional, doing a great job. And I felt for her, because guess what she was trying to sell? A number of coffee mugs. Guess who has 2 of her coffee mugs?
You do.
This guy. I wanted to support her. So here's what. She had her shipping set up for the $9 shipping, which means this. I realized, to lower my cost per unit, because I can resell these. They were 2 very cool coffee mugs, actually, worth what she was asking. One was a Voodoo Donuts one with the hole in the middle of it. Pink is cool. And the other one was a Cat Mom one. Well, I bought the Voodoo Donuts because I thought this is a cool, unique. And then I realized that was $9 shipping. So, but I did it to support her. Then the next thing came up, and I thought, wait a second. I have free shipping now. Because on this platform, you can do free shipping up to 70 pounds. So it's not like eBay where they gouge you for shipping.
Yeah.
People are padding what they're making. So I ordered another one, free shipping, and brought my total cost per unit down. Okay. Uh, but Rhonda, it's like, I want to talk to you. We'll get on the phone. I want to encourage you to do it. Consider it like a garage sale. I'll give you the pointers. My brother and I were talking about that today. We'll get you off, and we will support you. We'll bring the boomer community, your community, Karen's community, to come to your auction just to watch. I do not want to encourage any minimalists to buy anything from me or her.
Yeah. I was going to ask you this. Have you seen, there's a commercial on TV. I don't even know what the commercial's about, but it's this couple and they're sitting there and said, guess what our kids don't want? And they don't want our spoon collection. It's great because
they're
it's so
making
true.
fun of us boomers.
It's so true,
They're going to regret that because you know what? That spoon collection is likely silver and worth a heck of a lot more.
Right.
You know what? If my kids were like that, I would cut them out of the will for the spoon collection. Hey, it says here, Summer says Buzz is in. Are you talking about Buzz's garage?
Buzz Retirement Garage is here.
Buzz, I watch all your stuff. I normally don't comment. He's lurking, if he is. I'm going to say something. Buzz recently has become he's the one guy I think I would love to do a live with. Because I see these other people doing collab. Buzz is the one guy. So you don't have to say anything, Buzz. You'll go ahead and hide in the bushes there out by your garage. Oh my gosh. I'm honored, Buzz. You're such a great guy. And I think probably everyone here, obviously you were outed. You were recognized. And you probably know some of these people in here because Buzz has a great, authentic channel.
Yeah.
And he's one of the guys, Buzz, you're one of the guys that when I referenced a few weeks ago how I get a lot of criticism about you're not retired because you work still. I work at Home Depot. Buzz, you shared recently about how you thought about going back to work part-time, doing something you'd enjoy or whatever. I know whatever. This is the reality, and there's no shame in that. And I made the comment a week or so ago. So those of you who criticizing me about retirement, that I choose to work so I can maintain or whatever. So do people that have retired that go back to work, are they now officially unretired? No. But anyways, hey, Buzz, thanks so much for Summer. Thank you so much for outing Buzz. You have been found, Buzz. Still thinking about it at FRA in January. Hold on. Still thinking about it? Oh, see, I don't know what's going on. Is there a conversation going on here? Dee said she lost, it wasn't in a fire. She lost her stuff in a tornado. Yeah, I forget you guys can see all this. Still thinking about full retirement age. Oh, that's right, Buzz. I don't think you've, hey, Buzz, do you want to come on for like 10 minutes or something? Just because, you haven't taken your Social Security yet, I guess. Yeah. Oh, still thinking about working. Yeah, you've got your Social Security because you do your monthly updates. Yeah, Buzz, I think here's what it is for me at this point. I got to afford, I'd have to start paying for Medicare. That's 200 some bucks a month. And I have to make sure that's in my runway budget. And right now I'm able to bank a nice, and I don't want to give that up yet. So yeah. Can't work now. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Let me go back real quick. Rhonda, did you want to continue? You were bringing up some good stuff, and we're going to continue this discussion about, because
I think it's pretty interesting. I did want to,
it's across the board. Most of us, I think, feel this way, except Brad, who I asked Brad if he was attached to anything. He said 2 storage units. So Brad, don't get away with it. That you don't get off that easy. What is it specifically in those storage units that you're holding on to? Now, if it's a pallet of gold, I kind of get it, but what is it in those boxes or in that storage unit? One thing, just one thing that means something to you. Rhonda would like to know.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you?
He's ragging on us, and yet he's got 2 storage units.
He's ragging. Woo! Shots fired.
Oh yeah.
Thriving. Yeah, my parents lost everything. All family heirlooms. I donated most of my stuff. Yeah. Someone today in the comments mentioned they donated. They gave it away. Rhonda, that's something I think I'd like to add to our little discussion. I think that's a healthy thing to give it to, whatever. Even if you gave your proceeds to help something. I don't know. I had heavy equipment for my husband's business. Oh, so Carrie, after he passed, that was enough selling for me. When the kids are fully moved out, I'll just be giving or donating. I think that's really, really good. And Buzz, wow, you all know Buzz. We all know Buzz. Buzz, thanks for stopping in. It's late where Buzz is. It's like 10. He's a Cleveland fan, baby. Buzz, I'm from Lima, Ohio originally. So don't tell me you're a Pittsburgh Steelers fan or else I'll ban you from the live.
Yeah, Evie Eden's here. I don't know if you know Evie. Do you know Evie?
Duh. Of course I do.
Yeah.
Evie, yeah, absolutely, man. What? No, you didn't, Phil? What didn't I do? I don't know. What? Still thinking, yeah, okay, we got that. Still thinking about working. Yeah, FRA for can't now. Okay, gotcha. And then you guys are all, I'm behind. You all have seen this. Looking into Medicare subsidies too. Yeah. Yep. Oh, hold on. That makes no sense, right? Do you notice how Brad, who's very verbose, now his comment comes down to this? Brad, we talked about going to breakfast here soon. We've got things to talk about. Faux show.
Is he deflecting? He's deflecting.
He's deflecting. Thank you, Rhonda. You can't get. Yeah, Evie. Yeah, very good to see you, Evie. Really enjoy. I know Evie again through Karen.
Karen, yeah.
Which her channel is YouTube over 40. She's in New Zealand, I think.
Yes.
So she's like into tomorrow now. Tomorrow afternoon.
Karen's into tomorrow.
Yeah, there you go. You bought stuff. Yeah, I did, but I did it for research purposes on the so what a hypocrite I would be to talk about what not having had my first auction today, sold some things, thank you to a awesome subscriber to support, but she also got some things she needed.
Yeah.
Pickleball player, she got this for her friends. This one is for her. This is one of it's of the 7 paddles I have. This is the favorite one because the designer, the engineer that built this herself, she was selling, is a really cool person. And I supported her when I bought it. There we go, guy. I'll let this go without saying in the chat. Buzz, you're back in my graces. If anyone criticizes you or does not know the answer to this comment, they're banned. They're gone. Have her on again. Brad, are you talking about D or are you talking about Rhonda? Rhonda and I are going to do a live. I think we've talked about maybe Rhonda, you're going to set up a Zoom or whatever, or we're all going to be there.
Whenever we decide to do it.
I'm not a big believer. We still have to research this where you can do a live where you're both on at the same time. It's a collab. It's supposed to extend the reach. I don't see that happening. The thing I'm most concerned about is if people join from your live or my live, they don't see the comments on the other live.
Right.
And I'd rather just go on with you. You come on here and then we repurpose it. You could redo it on your channel or I on yours on mine.
Right. Or we can do a Zoom with both of us and I can record it and then it's a recording. But the therapist.
He doesn't call you, he calls you the therapist. You are now the therapist. I love it. I love it. You know what I should do? I should do a video on a breakfast with Brad. There it is. I've heard of breakfast at Tiffany's. Brad, are you up for that? Breakfast with Brad. It's really always a fascinating discussion. It's fun. And yeah, that would be cool. Breakfast with Brad. Brad, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Are we supposed to answer the question? What was the
What's
question?
the question? Right,
Yeah,
Phil?
are you on multiple lives right now?
At my age, I don't know the question.
There you go, guys.
I don't know.
And
How old are you, Phil? How old are you?
hey, let's. Well, people know this. I mean, does this give you a hint?
Of how old you are? No.
Uh,
You're not telling.
oh, Abby, come on. She says 66. Please. That's not 66. Oh, there it is.
Oh,
You
you
know
don't
the
say. Yeah.
people at work. I enlightened them on this 6-7 movement. So they now tease me. I'll say just in the court, anytime at work, I say, yeah, it's 6 or 7, or it's going to be between. They go, oh, 6-7, Phil. And
Yeah.
it's like, it's funny. I'm claiming it because I'm in my 67th year. I have 3 more years to steal the comment or the description of the live last time with Rhonda, where she says,
I've lived through my 60s 2 times.
she's lived through her 60s 2 times. I went, did she fail like 2nd grade? What I'm just thinking, what does that mean? But explain that, Rhonda, real quick for the slow learners here, or the people that don't understand the concept.
I lived through the 60s, 1960 to 1969. I lived through
As have I.
Yes. And I am 72 years old. So I have lived through the second set of 60s,
The
from
decade of life.
age 60 to 69.
I have 3 years more to go with that. And
then you can use that line. Yeah.
I will not use it. I will probably credit you with that. I already have. I did it at work the other day. I said, there's a person that claims to have lived through the 60s twice. Hold on. All right, we're going to get there. Hold on. This is good. All right. Thank you guys for playing along. What's this, Evie, when she said, wait a second. Hold on. Oh, this is good. Yes, Brad, you're being encouraged by D. Do it, Brad, meaning breakfast with Brad. I love it. I just think it would be cool. And I'll let Brad know, Rhonda, when you come back on and we talk, whether it be on yours or mine. And and for those of you with that link, go see Rhonda's. I'm just telling you, my favorite video of yours. I haven't seen them all. It's not like but I've seen a good number of them. But the last one about what surprised you, was it? The surprise you about?
Yeah, what surprised me in retirement. It's a humorous slant.
It kind of is. It had me laughing about becoming a weather person, which and then the toilet paper, which was we're not going any farther with that. They just have to go watch it. It's entertaining.
And I did what you suggested. I went back in, I edited, and I shortened that first part all the way down to 5. I think it's actually about 4 seconds, and then I start.
Now, of course, most YouTube gurus will tell you to do that. You can't go anything longer than probably 15, 30 seconds. You've got that much time. Now, the other person that would just rail on me about that is Brad.
Oh, yeah.
Brad is kind of he's a YouTube. We'll tell the story when we do Breakfast at Brad about how it is I'll just say this. He was the first person. The morning my video on Home Depot was going straight up. He's at my Home Depot and he's very in tune. And he notices this and he tells his wife at breakfast, I assume. He said, hey, I know this guy. Might have been day 2 or 3, actually. And he goes, hey, I know this guy. She goes, what guy? He said, this guy. And she comes over and it's my YouTube, She goes, you don't know that guy. He goes, yeah, he's at the Home Depot we go to. She goes, whatever. So he's driving by, though, because he's in there quite a bit. And he says, I'm walking back into the service area. I'd been out there for whatever reason. And I hear this voice behind me that says, hey, Phil, congratulations. I turn around and go, and I see this guy in this pickup truck. And I'm thinking, how does he know me? Do I know him? And I have no clue. He goes, hey, your video went viral. And then I go, oh my gosh, that's so great.
Yeah.
And the worst thing is, a second Brad came in a few days later, said, hey, I saw your video. I thought that Brad was this Brad. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's tough life being a YouTuber that with one video that went viral.
They're noticing your Christmas tree in the background.
All right, I will get
decorated for Christmas. It's been there.
Hold on. I've been waiting for this moment since you all noticed it.
He's going to turn the lights on. It's been there. I think it's just been there. There you go.
Boom.
It says, I just noticed that Phil started to decorate for Christmas. And I said, it's been there. It's always been there.
Okay. Oh my gosh. I quit turning the lights on because it was no one really noticed it until tonight. I think I've had it up there at least 4 years now because it's just something.
Yeah.
I don't want to pack it. Where am I going to put it? I don't want to put it back. So I leave it.
Sell it on whatnot.
Well, it doesn't ship that well, I don't think. You got to keep things whatever. You could. Oh, that's great. Okay, let me catch up in the chat real quick. Do you want to say anything further there? Continue, Rhonda, with anything? Chronically online for the world, for the... Oh, wait, did you share? Oh, wait a second. Hold on. James was a Michigan guy. Hey, Buzz, do we... I'll have to discuss this with Buzz, whether we keep you around, James. Although your comments earlier were really on point, so I think we'll keep you. Oh, good. Yeah, the squeeze. Squeeze. I've never heard. Do you know what that's a reference to, Rhonda? You're from Texas, so look. He lives up near Cleveland area. That's kind of north and a little bit east. And a lot of northeastern Ohio people are not Browns fans. They're Steeler fans. Why not?
Oh, okay.
They've won Super Bowl. Yeah.
They call them
so
Steelers.
We don't kind of claim that part of Ohio, in my opinion. We're all Ohio State fans, though. Big time. So sorry, James. You're not really welcome here as a football fan. Now, hold on. Let me catch up here real quick. Eva said the title. See, I'm so far behind. I lost the deal here. And then chronically online. Oh, maybe that's you guys. We're just going to catch up. No, this is the only thing I'm doing right now. And no. Phil, I never come here. Waitress. Phil, do you want your special? That happened, guys. We go to breakfast at a place. It's a great place, expensive, but I know I got the owners there all the time, and we had some similar situation. I was talking to him. I had been at least a half a year since I'd been in there, and Brad says, everybody in here probably knows you. I go, what? No, because I picked the place, I guess. So no, Brad, I've been here for a. First thing the waitress comes up and says, do you want your special? And he looks at me and go, what kind of BS are you trying to pull on me? That was totally, it's funny because I've had maybe 2 waitresses there. She remembered. That's how good of a waitress she was. And if you want to know my special, I'll put it over at the school group. I'd love to have you all over here. You guys would be great conversationalists over there. We can share more and get more. We don't miss comments over there. At least I don't. Here it is. Yeah, I just noticed that Phil has started. Yes, Johnny, to be true, let me get it. It's been at least 3 years that I started this process. And now I just leave it there. It's kind of I don't ever even put the lights on. It's kind of it's nice, but whatever. Yeah, it's a pencil tree, Johnny. My daughter had one. They're pretty cool. I noticed the tree too. I was being polite and not going to say anything. See how, Ron, isn't that nice, the community? Here we are. We don't know anybody. You could just lambaste somebody.
Yeah.
Come on. Wow. Okay. I might just have to, you know what? From now on, I'm going to definitely have it lit.
Well, yeah.
You got to have it lit. Yes. Okay. Jude confirms. At my garage sale, clean out the bed. Okay. Truth be known, I have an unopened box of the Amelia Home Depot. It was sold at Home Depot 2-3 years ago. I got it on clearance. I was going to use it the next year. Then I started reading reviews about it's got the white snow on it, and it is a mess. And so I never wanted to take it out. So I've tried to list it now on Facebook Marketplace or offer up twice for discount for like $100. Not one taker. So
So no, why not?
okay, now Ron, you can do that, but it's the shipping that
Shipping, yeah.
the shipping component. Now, because of D and thanks to D, I have 3 things to ship out. Now, ideally, the way it's supposed to work, I think I'm going to look to see if I can bundle it so the shipping is one charge, which should only be $9 some. Of course, she's gracious. She said, "Don't worry about the shipping." I mean, if I have to do it individually, I have to print 3 shipping labels to be good practice, and out they go. I have to look into that. But doing a box, you could do that, but I'm not. And they figure out the shipping. You don't pad it, but I don't want to deal with that. I want to keep it real simple stuff to ship.
Yep. Keep it simple.
Yep. Florida. I have a whole ton of stuff to sell. Yeah. Well, you need to come see. I have an auction tomorrow morning. I'm gonna practice again. I'm trying to get 4 more buyers. I have things for sale at $1, which are the salt and pepper shakers, up to $4 to $5 for a Starbucks mug, quality Starbucks mug. Yeah. Buzz said, I try to put up my aluminum with color wheel after the 4th of July, but Mrs. Buzz always gives me the stink. Wait, your aluminum? What is
it's
he
an
talking?
aluminum Christmas tree. You don't remember those?
The foil, they
were aluminum and they had the color what my grandmother had one. I wish I kept that. I'd put it on my front porch every year if I had one. But
they were the real fine. Well, I don't.
It was all silver, the whole tree.
Silver. Yes.
And then they had the wheel light that had the wheel that turned and it would
Buzz,
change colors.
I would love to see this in the garage. Let's all go.
Make a video, Buzz.
No, Buzz always goes live oftentimes from Buzz Retirement Garage. Buzz, it's got to go in the garage.
And we want to see it in the video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to all be watching. Now, Buzz, if you want to milk this, go at least 2-3 months. We'll all be tuning in for They go for big. Yeah, there you go.
They do go for big bucks because I looked them up.
Now, so this should have been said on Whatnot. That's kind of the shtick of this. If you want to go for big bucks, you go on eBay and it sits there for months, maybe even a year or better. But Whatnot is known for good deals, get rid of it, and do volume, and that's the plan. And I'll be reporting my progress as we go, definitely. And Rhonda, we're going to get you. I think you'll have fun with this, even if you need to try it to declutter. And what it's helped me is it's weird because I think, okay, I want to make a little money, get something for it. I'm not trying to make a lot of money. Just get rid of it, be rewarded, just whatever. I've been dropping off crap at Salvation Army like a madman.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to have a garage sale. I don't want to mess with it.
Rhonda, the police are here. I know.
Gary's here. Gary's here.
Oh man. All right. We got to be on our best behavior.
Yeah. No, I don't have to do that. Not with him.
Oh man.
All right. Well.
All right. Yeah.
It's getting late for you.
It's only 7:00 here, but man, this is about.
Oh, that's right. You're the other way.
Yeah,
you're not Eastern.
It's 7:22 here. I'm basically California time right now. Arizona does not do the stuff, but
they don't.
No. So
you're 2 hours then.
Yeah.
7.
Okay, what I wanted to show you guys before we go. This is how we'll end the big show. Got to find
the big show.
Today I wanted to show this. We ended it. We're the Vintage Bros. The Vintage Bros or Vintage Brothers 13 on Whatnot. Gosh, Whatnot. And we introduced ourselves, and so someone had said, hey, there's a bunch of Vintage Bros on it, so you got to distinguish yourself. My brother said, well, let's be Vintage Bros 13. Well, there's 4 brothers. I'm number 1, firstborn. He's the third born. And I said, okay, let's just do that. That's cool. And then we got into our humorous, the way we are. And I signed off today with the show with saying, the vintage bro, this is bro number 1 saying goodbye. And he said, I'm bro number 3. And we said, because nobody wants to be number 2. That would just not be good. Bro 1, bro 2. Number 1, number 2, it's not going to play well. So I want to show you guys real quick. I did this AI thing of me. Now, look at me now. I'm going to show you what AI did. It is the best rendition of me in my life. Let me get your feedback on this. Here we go. I gotta share. Where do I do this at? I do here, share screen. Okay. And I need to go to profile. Okay, guys, here it comes. The vintage bro. Look at this profile picture. I'm embarrassed about it because I'm anti-AI, but I couldn't help it because everybody uses AI on this platform. Look at that. Do you see it? Rhonda, can you see it?
Yeah.
I wish.
Vintage Bro Show. Is that what your thing's called? The Vintage
Can you guys see
Bro
that? Or,
Show.
there we go. Can you see that?
It's a really big show. Yeah.
No. Can you see
Yeah.
the picture?
Yes,
Just me?
I can.
Is that just, look at the jawline, the muscular neck. It's now I've got the different glasses on. The hair is, I can make it look like that in a humid setting. It's pretty rich, but everything else is like, man, that's the Matthew McConaughey bro. That's all you're getting, guys, right there. That's the Matthew McConaughey deal. Where did I? Okay, there we go. We're back.
So are you going to post your thing? You're going to do a whatnot thing tomorrow, right? How are you doing it?
Yeah, so here's the deal. I'm going 8 o'clock in the morning. That's 11 o'clock Eastern time. I would invite, I'm going to put this on my community pages.
10 o'clock my time.
Just check in, guys. The invite for you guys is just to come show people in the room. It helps people that are out there looking. And there's lots of people, as I found out, that actually are collectors of salt shakers. These are souvenir. These are not things you'd put on your dinner table. They're kind of collectible things. Yeah. They're in a little rough shape. I'm pricing them at $1 or $2. Someone that might. Now, why am I doing that? Because it's not worth my time. It's not going to be worth my time to even have this auction or to then package it up and send it. But, the postage on it should probably be an extra $4. Anyway, what I need are 4 more buyers. I got 1. Thank you, D. And 4 more buyers. And then I have to go. And so here's the other thing. I'm going to go for about an hour. My goal is to go 1 hour and 3 minutes, even if I blow through all my stuff in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And if you guys are there, you could actually say hi in the chat and we could be chatting. I don't really care. Once I get my 4 extra buyers, I'm kind of done with everything. Again, for those of you, we started this, if you don't own a Starbucks mug, hey, $4, whatever, is it really? Get yourself a Starbucks mug. Help a bro out. Help bro number 1 out. And get us qualified for what? Whatnot is promoting new accounts. If you can go live for up to 2 hours, as many times as you want, not all at one time, and sell to 5 people, it kind of gives you credibility, and they reward you with a match for the amount you sold. So, if you up to 150. So, and I'm not worried about that. If I sell $50, $60, and again, I'll do all this report in a video coming on the channel in the future. Whatnot then gives me that $50, $60, $70 to reinvest on the platform for other creators or whatever. So that's pretty fun. Okay, quick final comments come from it's kind of like pros do that brush up. Yeah, but look at me. I could put but I need that Matthew McConaughey jawline and neck. All right. So Rhonda, thank you for joining. I'm gonna cut you. I'm gonna kick you to the curb.
Kick me to the curb.
So good. Look forward to doing our therapy session.
Yeah. All right.
couple
Happy
weeks.
trails.
I'm removing you and then I'm kicking you right here. I got to go here and kick from studio. Kick guest, it says. Oh, she already left. All right, final comments. Thank you, YouTube police. AI can make us look pretty good. Pretty good, man. I've never looked that good. And look, man, I'm 6'7". Ain't looking like that ever. And it's getting a little thin right here. I had somebody say it made me look like a better version of me. Yeah, there you go. That's a good way of putting it. Yes, indeed, indeed, indeed. Just don't turn your back. There's a little inside joke. Dee actually made a donation on the what during the live, and I had my back turned, didn't even acknowledge her. Oh my gosh. Skynet is watching. There you go. All right, Rhonda, you should learn about the after party. To do that, you don't drop down. Oh, wait. It's funny. We made a comment early in the show when my brother brought up a questionable adult subject, and I welcomed her to the after party. All right. Thank you, guys. A lot of fun. Real busy day for me with the auction and now the live. And tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., link, I'll end up, this will publish to YouTube. I'll put the link for the Whatnot show for tomorrow morning. If you aren't doing anything, check the platform out. It might be something like Rhonda, it is something I think for retirees to maybe supplement. Matter of fact, Buzz, has thought about doing some kind of part. Man, Buzz, you'd kill it on this platform. And you got in northern Ohio there, northeast, you can get all that Ohio State squealer stuff, Browns, and you could have a good time on this platform, an auction platform. So there you go. All right, see y'all later. Okay, now Dee, as what happened in the live today, I ended the auction and it went blank, but the audio was there for another minute or two. So it would look kind of like this. Oh my goodness. Yeah, thank you, Johnny. Absolutely. Jude's great to see you're still here. So I'm going to end the stream. Here's what would happen. If I go here, I think this is it. So have a good one, everybody.